Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video on my channel. Today we are going to take a sample project and do some data cleaning on it. Then we will run some queries on SQL. Now, to set up the context, I was solving uh, questions based on pandas and SQL from LeetCode and YouTube, and I found out that these questions are not as up to the level that I want. I know some of you may argue that the SQL 50 course has medium and hard level of questions as well, which are little difficult to solve even for beginners like me. But still, I wanted to do something different. I know that I had these sources, and obviously, it is a man's tendency to jump from sources to sources, right? We just cannot stick to one single source and learn from it, and we try to just gather as many sources as we can and then confuse ourselves and then think that we are stupid, we are foolish, and we won't be able to do anything. So you can think that I kind of did the same mistake and searched on the internet that if there are questions available publicly that I can practice to improve my SQL and Python Panda skill. Now, when I was doing the same thing, I was reminded of GitHub, the god level repository, and the only repository where the most knowledgeable things of the world are stored. GitHub is a huge thing. You guys should learn it, how at least the basics like what is GitHub, how you can make a repository, how you can upload your files. Basic things are really good to learn, and trust me guys, GitHub is something that will change your life if you are in the field of tech at least. I don't know about the other things that GitHub has. Again, I just know 0.001% about the repositories of GitHub. GitHub is huge, just it's huge. Okay, so coming back to our project. So I just searched SQL practice questions on GitHub, and then I found a really good repository from where we had data, and the best part was that data was unclean, it was messy, and I had the chance to clean it through pandas. So now we have established the flow of this video, let's get started. First, I would like to, you can see the flowchart here that what will be our flow. First, we will clean data using pandas. Then we will establish the data pipeline to MS SQL. And this will be the most interesting part. And I guess in this video, we will cover only the first part, which is the data cleaning using pandas. These three parts will be divided into three videos. Otherwise, the video will be very long and I won't be able to explain you things. For this, I chose this repository. It is a public repository by iWeld, and this is the folder name SQL Coding Challenge. Here, the source data has all the files that you need to go. This is the link that you can copy, and I will try, if I remember, then I will put this link in the description box. Otherwise, you can see this link, you can just write it iWeld SQL Coding Challenge on GitHub, and you will see the first link. Just click on it, and you can download the datasets from here. Now, as per the instructions given by the author, James M. Shaker, he has asked us not to do any changes in the original datasets, but since I'm a beginner, I didn't know how to do data cleaning in SQL, so I did it in pandas first. And the second thing is that he has done this entirely on PostgreSQL and use terms like Docker and things that I have no knowledge about right now. So I did the very basic thing. I downloaded the datasets from this GitHub repo, and I imported it in my Jupyter notebook through pandas, and then did the data cleaning. And then we will do data cleaning and the further steps, right? And here, if you will scroll down, you can see the list of questions that we will solve. There are around 9 to 10 questions here, I guess. Okay, so let's jump directly onto. Before that, this is the source data. If you will click here, you will find this folder CSV data, and here are these 4 folders that you need to download to solve along with me. Okay, you can download this directly if you just click on this file, and here is the download button. I have already downloaded it and I have saved it in a folder, so I will not download it again. Just for the sake, if I will, let's say, click on the download, and this will download here and it will show that it is done. You can do the same thing for the rest of the 3 files. Okay, Now let's go to our Jupyter notebook. For Jupyter notebook, you need to know about Anaconda Navigator. I will tell, if required, I will make videos on how to download an Anaconda Navigator and set up your Jupyter notebook. And again, the shortcuts, the tricks that you need while performing your Python operations in Jupyter Notebook. But trust me guys, Jupyter Notebook is really good. I do not know about other IDEs, but I found Jupyter Notebook to be really helpful and easy to use as well. Now this is our folder, and here we will create our new Python file. I'll name it sample project data cleaning. Okay, so now the first step, I believe, before we go further into the video, I want to make sure that anyone who is watching this video should know about the basics of pandas. Even knowing what are pandas and the basics of string operations is enough. First thing, and second, if you have watched this video till now, please hit like and subscribe. Although I'm not changing those vanity metrics, it's just that it will help me to produce more videos for you, upload more, and keep you motivated to do this again and again. Now let's jump back to our data cleaning process. So the first thing obviously is to import pandas as PD, the basic industry level alias, and then we will now one by one import all our files. I don't know if there is an option to bulk import, but this is the only way I know how to import the data. pd dot read csv data dot, I have written data underscore count for countries. Similarly, I will write for other three datasets. I have already written this code, so I will just copy it, paste it. You can write the variable names as per your convenience, but you should follow this. You can follow this nomenclature that I have followed because I found it easy. Okay, this is the, and here we can now all our four datasets are imported. To check, we obviously do this. Okay, sorry, I want this at df. To this we do df dot count dot head, and if we do dot head, then the top 5 rows will automatically be shown. Now let me tell you this, that all the 4 tables are already in a messy state, and this is our job to clean it. If we now saw the first table, the first 5 rows, and we see that it is completely devastated. Like there are 2 exclamation marks, the cases are different, there's a $sign here. Like, what is this? Like, what kind of data is this? It is so messy, and this is now our job. Now I will show you how powerful pandas can be once you know all the functions of it. Not all, like the basic ones. Here Southern Europe, like Polynesia, there's a $sign. Why? I don't know. Okay. Now we will do this column by column so that you all guys do not get confused. So first we will work on the country name. Now one must think before proceeding further, like what all changes might be needed. Okay, for example, if you have, now let's say that you have a data set of these 5 rows. Okay, what all cleaning must be required? When I look at this, I think that first the special characters like question mark, $sign, exclamatory sign, these special characters should be removed. First, second, the case should be similar. In this case, I would like to keep it the title case, in which the first letter is capital and the rest are small. And yes, that is something that I would do for all the columns, right? So I guess we can proceed with this. We can proceed now. And remember one thing, that since these columns contain string data types, you cannot directly perform dot replace or dot trim, dot lower, dot upper. You need to call in the str object, and then only you can perform it. The second thing that is, you should understand that whenever you perform a string function, you need to store it in the same column, or you can store it in a different column. But my point is that you need to store it in a variable. For example, you see this function, right, dot head. This, when you run this function, you do not have to store this in a certain separate variable. But when you're running string aggregatory functions, then you need to store them in a separate variable or in the same variable on which you are performing your data cleaning process. Now when I see this, okay, I will do the first part, which is to do it title case, and then I would do replace. Okay, I forgot the str dot replace. Then I will do the replace part. Now I want to replace anything which is not a letter, right? Replace it with what? Just blank, nothing else. Okay. Now for this we have a regex pattern. Regex is a expression pattern, text expression pattern, which is seen occurring many times. For example, in this case, here we do not need anything apart from alphabets and spaces if there are two words in a countries, 2 or 3 words. Apart from these two things, we do not need anything like digits and special characters. So this is one regex pattern. Another pattern can be we want only digits, or we want only the special characters and nothing else. Okay, now these are regex patterns and you need to learn some of them so that to ensure that you can perform string aggregatory functions without any difficulties. Now first, to remove all the special characters, this is the function. We'll first write A to Z and then capital A to capital Z in case there is any capital letters. Okay, we do not want to remove capital letters. Why? Because we have already done dot title and it will capitalize the first letter. In case if we remove it, the first letter will also get removed. For example, you see this country name Afghanistan, right? If we do the data cleaning on this, we remove the special characters and now Afghanistan's first letter A will be capitalized. Now if we replace that also with nothing, then the A will get removed and you will not see the word Afghanistan. Okay, so coming back, yes, that is why we do not want to remove any capital letters. Okay, I mean, we want to keep capital letters, but we want to remove the special characters. So let's say we can keep, I guess, the capital A to Z part as well. And important thing here, you have to put a space here. Why? If you do not put this empty space, the white space, then words like these, this country, American Samoa, the space between them will also get replaced by nothing. The space will also get replaced, and we do not want that. We want to keep these white spaces, right? So that's why we keep a space here. So basically what this function does is uh, it will now this will keep it will remove everything which is short case alphabet, or a lowercase alphabet. It will remove everything which is uppercase alphabet, and it will remove any spaces. Now to reverse this, because we need to keep these things, right, we put a this sign, this one. This shows, like you must have seen, right, like increases the power or something. When you, if you want to write 2 to the power 3 in a computer, we type it as 2, then we put this symbol, and then we put 3. Okay, so now we have mentioned what we want to replace. We want to replace it with nothing, so just this double quotes, and then we will write regex equal to true. This is important part because this establishes that there is a text pattern, and this is the text pattern that we want to keep. Okay, now if I will run this particular column for you to show, before that let's run this cell only, and then if I print it, then you can see. If I print only this column, then you can see the what the data cleaning has been done. But there is one problem. I saw that the letters between are also capitalized for some reason. Okay, now we want to clean this as well. So let's do one thing. After this, let's do it dot lower. Okay, now if I run it, Now everything has become lower. Now I will run this again. I'll run this again, and here I will do title, and I'll remove this part. Now with this we remove, first we load all the cases and then we converted it into title case. Now if we run this, now you can see that there is no issue and we can continue with this. Only this part is there US, but I don't think so that would cause us a problem. Okay, now I guess we have done this we have cleaned this column. Now it's not at all messy. We will do, now we just have to do the same thing with all other columns. Okay, so I will just copy it and paste it, and this is our next column, which is country code 2. In country code I don't want this to be title case. I would rather keep it the lower case, so I will just change the country names, just keep it lower. Similarly for this guy, before that, or rather I should copy from here. Okay. Okay, now then we have this region. For region I'll have to do the title case thing so that it looks good. Okay, I will write all the codes and show you how after all the codes are written, how it will look like. Okay, now as you can see, I have written all the codes here to clean country code 2, this column, and this column as well. This column for region, sub-region and intermediate region as well. Okay, and one thing you must have noticed that in the intermediate region part there are null values. To replace that null values, I have used this fillna function, and all the null values would be replaced by not present. Okay, now if I run this and write df count dot head, and let's generate the first 10 rows. I can see that okay, this the cleaning has been done, but again this problem of some letters getting capitalized in the middle of the word is something that I need to take care of, which I can take care by not using the title case directly. Instead what I will do is here I will write region, here also region, here I will remove this part, y extra space. Similarly I will do this for the sub-region. Why? Because in sub-region also we can see that this inconsistency is appearing again and again. Now it's lower. Now we will convert it into title case. I don't know why this problem is occurring. It should not occur, but still for the sake of data cleaning we will just do whatever it needs, right? Okay, now I guess we have done the parts, we have done the necessary changes. Now if we'll generate, now you can see the data is good to go, I guess. Okay, now in a similar fashion we will clean all the other data sets as well. Let's check for the df city dot head 10. Here again the same thing, you need to first lowercase it, then convert it into title case. Here I don't think we have any unclean data. One thing that I should make sure is that here if we see that all the characters, all the columns are of string data type, right? If I do df, let's count. Okay, these are object data type. Okay, it's fine, like we don't have any issue. But if I do the same thing with the city one, here you can see that our the insert date is also an object, which we don't want, because in our analysis that we will do in SQL, there are many datetime functions that we will require, and To perform those functions, the object also should be of the date time data type. Currently this is not in the date time data type, so we will convert this by first selecting the column. I guess till the time I'm writing the code, you must guess what function I would use. If you know it, you can comment it as well. Okay, so the column name is insert date. The column name is insert date, and what we will do is we will do pd dot, what we will do, we will do pd dot to data time, I mean to date time. To date time what? The same thing. Okay. Uh, Now I guess if I run df dot, I mean if I run this thing, here you can see it is now showing date time. Okay, now we are good to go. Now we can do the same cleaning part that we did in the first data set. Okay, for your C, oh, I mean sorry, not this one, this one. Okay, now for this also not much cleaning is required, just you need to lowercase this and then convert it into title case. I guess for the country codes this data is clean, but still we will make sure that uh, there is no discrepancies, and we will still do the same thing that we did with the country code column of the previous data set. So let's write all the codes that are required. As you can see, I have written all my codes right now, and if I run this, I guess the necessary changes should be made. Yes, the necessary changes are made, and I don't know how, but this time I just wrote the title case and everything got sorted out by its own. So no worries. Now we will jump on to our next column, next dataset, which is the currency one. I'm using dot head because I don't know the length of the datasets. Some of them are very long ones. Again, in this thing also, we will do the same things exactly. Change the currency name and the currency codes, the country codes as well. I think I would also like to do one thing here, that this case, the US dollar thing, I would want it to be shown, be written the way it is actually written. How it is written? The U and S are capital, right? In this case, it should be capital US and then dollar. Again, in the dollar, the D should be capital. Okay, this is one thing I would do. Other than that, rest all things are same. You need to just do the data cleaning part, which we have already done. Okay, before that I will show you if how many of this are there. If I do this, then see we have like these many rows where we have US dollar written not in the cleaned way. Okay, so we will write the necessary codes for it. We will use dot replace, as you all must have guessed by right now, and I have written these codes already. I will just copy paste them. As you can see, I guess the again if we will just see the data set, then the changes are made. I don't know about AF. What there's one problem here has happened. As you can see, this US dollar thing has changed, which is good thing. But for this country code too, uh, there is some problem, I guess. Let me check. Okay, I have not done the functioning for country code too, so I will just copy paste this part. Man, data cleaning part is very messy actually. Like it's difficult at times. You don't know what functions you have run, what functions you have not run. I guess now I'm good to go. Yes, now I'm good to go. It's correct. And for our last data set, which is df lang, again the same thing. The special characters has to be removed. and the title, the case has to be changed. I would rather use title case only for this thing as well. Okay, and this will be the code. You can see it's very similar. You don't have to wait and read all the lines of code. I have written it once and I'm just copy pasting it again and again. And now if we do df lang, the thing has to be good. Again, this problem is happening, which you guys know by now how to fix this. So yeah, this was the part all about how to do the data cleaning in pandas. I hope you guys must have learned a lot from this video. I know that you must be thinking that in this video we did one operation and we repeated it many times. But one must understand that in this thing we also learned a lot of things like how to replace the special characters, how to only keep alphabets, why .str is used, and so on. And uh, uh, advanced, not I would not say advanced, but some higher level of data cleaning skills. For example, to keep the US dollar, the US should be capital because it looks clean. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please continue watching videos from my channel. In the next video we would create a connection with MS SQL server, and then we will export this data from our pandas to MS SQL. And in the next video after that we will perform various SQL queries to find out certain results and questions that are given in this GitHub repository. Till then, you can also use this if you want to create your own project. It's basically not a project. I don't think so you can add it in your resume. But if you want to practice SQL, then this is a very good source. While I was solving these questions from SQL, I have already solved these. I had learned a lot of things, a lot of string aggregation functions and date time functions and some different kind of logics as well, that I will share with you when I will when I will again create the video for it. Till then, don't wait for me. You can go right now, download this dataset, just upload it, import it directly in your SQL database and just perform those SQL functions, right? But again, I'm sorry, it would be difficult. You will have to do this data cleaning, which you can follow through for all what I have done. And yes, that's all from my side. I hope you like the video and till then, happy learning.